Hello everybody and welcome back to more Night Artorias. I'm the Wayfaring Pilgrim. When we last left off, we made good progress through the DLC, clearing out the entirety of Oolacile Township to open the way to Manus, before dealing with the lower part of Rawwood to open the way to Calamite. And what we're going to do in this session is we're going to do a few bits and pieces to start off with. There's something in the township that I forgot to pick up which I want to go and get. I want to show something off at the Oolacile Sanctuary, and we also need to have a chat with HAWKEYE GOUGH, so we can take on the latter of the two bosses that I mentioned, Black, Dragon, Calamite. So, without further ado, let's get the session started. And that intro only took a minute to do, guys. I know, right? Landmark for this channel. So, the more observant amongst you may realise that this is actually being done in post-com. I had a bit of a nightmare. So, I recorded this session some 4 weeks ago, was feeling really good at the end of the session. I thought everything had run smoothly, only to find out when I started pre-editing that my commentary file hadn't recorded. But because I want to show this session, and because Dark Souls is a one save file type deal, I'm doing this in post-com. Hopefully it will still be enjoyable, and what I'm saying isn't too out of step with what's happening on screen. But I won't be able to show my authentic reactions. It's a bit of a shame, but we'll make the best of a bad situation. So we're heading to the later part of the township, because that's where the bit of loot is, as I just cut up these boat heads. Contestant number 2, step right up. And I did contemplate maybe taking a shortcut, but going that way would put me in the middle of a load of enemies, which you don't want to do in Dark Souls, so we're going to take the conventional route, which I'm glad I did, because it allows me to show off a couple of things on the way. As we just try to take out this caster and bloathead, the caster being a little bit of a problem. They did give me problems this session. That one wasn't so bad, but yeah, wait until I face the other one. We'll also take out the other bloathead in this chapel here. And then we'll head down this way. So, that's where we went last time. Kind of went under the township and picked up loot casters guarding and the crystal lizard. We're going down this way. You're invaded by Dark Spirit Marvellous Chester! And a bloathead, but more importantly Chester, who is shooting bolts at us. Tries to hit us with the crossbow. But it is soon clear that he is no match for us. No poise, no talent, no loot or humanity, so I feel a little bit shortchanged. But at least we get 9,500 souls for our troubles, which I guess is okay. And then heading this way, it is one drafty wood plank above your doom, but this shortcut will take us to where we faced our first mimic. So as I said, you'd be missing out on the loot that the casters were guarding last session, you'd miss out on the crystal lizard, and then if we drop onto the stairs here, I can show you the other thing that I want to show off. There's an evolution of the tactic to get across the bridge with the caster. We'll take out these two bloatheads first. There's one. And here is number 2. And I'm probably going to get magicked at some point. Yeah, right on cue. And then we'll head up here and take our magical Gatorade. So, the evolution is you still sprint across the bridge like a madman. But when he slings magic at you, just before the magic hits you, stop and you'll be a little bit more sure of foot. Having said that, that nearly took me off the edge. And now what you're looking at is a severe skill issue. They're not that hard. I just made it look much harder than it had any right to be. So that's all I really show. So what I'll do is I will cut the video here, guys. I will take out this bloathead. And I'll see you in a moment. Ping, and we're back. So here we are near the end of the township. We're at the bit where you drop onto the rooftops and make your way down. But after you drop onto this first rooftop, what you actually need to do is you head round and up this way. And then we were able to pick ourselves up a twin humanities, which is very, very nice. And that's what I would have used to kindle our bonfire up to full. But I'm already human. I've already got humanity from fallen enemies. So we'll just burn back and I can use that humanity to juice up our bonfire. And what I got there was just extra humanity. 50 nesters might be enough to take on Calamite, but I don't think it'll be enough to take on Manus. So whilst we have the humanity and whilst we are human, it's best to get the bonfire sorted now. And we should probably look at what we need to level as well. So we are currently harbouring 34,000 souls, and in here we also have 20, 30, 38,000 souls, which would take it up to a total of 72,000. That's not going to be enough to level up twice, but we should have a look at what we need to level up once, because 34,000 souls isn't going to be enough. So we need 52,000, so that's 18,000 needed. We could use the soul of a hero and large soul brave warrior to do that. And we'd still have those 20,000 souls to use as and when. But before we do that, we are going to meet our final Knight of Gwyn. We defeated Knight Artorias. We defeated Lord Blake Heron. We defeated what is thought to be Dragon Slayer Ornstein, but isn't there some lore in Dark Souls that says that that was just a golem created in Knight's image? I don't know if that's just a theory or actual lore, so let me know in the comments if I've got that right. So it is time to meet HAWKEYE GOUGH. Use the cross key to open that door up, and then at this point in recording I'm realising how blind I was. I didn't actually see the ladder, but pressing the A button we can climb up, and there we have HAWKEYE GOUGH. Let's have a chat with him. Why not?
A visitor, have we? Thou must be the one who freed Artorias. An old friend he was. Thanks to thee, he left this world with honor intact. And here I am, retired and blind. Of little help to thee, I'm afraid.
Let's see what he has for sale. So, dung pies, home and bones, prism stones, normal stuff, and also some carvings. The hello carving and the thank you carving. 5 souls each. It's a no-brainer, isn't it, to take these because they're just cool items. Has some Titanite as well, normal Titanite, green Titanite, and here's great arrows. But 650 souls per arrow. That's a bit rich for my blood. Anything else to say?
Dragons shall never be forgotten. We knights fought valiantly, but for every one of them, we lost 70 of our own. Exhilaration, pride, hatred, rage. The dragons teased out our dearest emotions. Thou will understand one day. At our twilight, old thoughts return in great waves of nostalgia.
Anything else to say, buddy?
Me? There's very little to be said. What good is a dog with no hares to hunt. But I'm lucky to be alive, I suppose.
Anything else?
Me? There's very little to be said. What good is a dog with no hares to hunt? But I'm lucky to be alive, I suppose. Farewell, human. Lead thy life as thou seest fit.
So I got a little bit worried here because I thought that I might have messed up the sequencing and I wouldn't be able to face Calamity. I had a little look around. But if we talk to Go again...
Tomorrow, is the black dragon posing thee duress?
He is.
Yes, I thought as much. He's called Calamite. Ferocious dragon indeed, even mighty Anna Londo dared not provoke his ire. I see little good coming from this, but thy intent is to persevere to the bitter end.
It is.
Good, good. What is bravery without a dash of recklessness?
Exactly.
I've taken a liking to thee, and I owe thee much for thy service to Artorias. Now, watch, and see how Gough hunts dragons.
Prepare yourselves, guys, for one of the best cinematic cutscenes, possibly in all the Souls games. Keep in mind, Gough is blind. Music is awesome. I'll just let you enjoy. Here he comes! Come meet. Boom! Down you go, sunshine! Down you go.
Ha ha! Yes. A truer shot was never loosed. That bat will be grounded for a good spell. The rest is in thine hands. I await good tidings. Ah, dragon slaying. Knighthood's highest calling.
Thank you, HAWKEYE GOUGH. Nice little area here. There's his oversized bow, which is nice, I suppose. Load of carvings there. Speaking of which, we should probably have a look at our two carvings. So we'll do that. The hello carving. This head says hello. Have another look. Do you sense a missability in its eyes? Possibly. Let's try it out.
Hello! Hello! Hello!
And we'll try out the other one as well. Thank you, carving. This head says, thank you. Have another look. Is this not the face of gratitude? Again, possibly. Let's try this one out.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
You know what I could do, guys? Since I say hello and thank you in my intro and outro, I could have Gough do the honours by using those carvings in my intros and outros. Let me know in the comments if that's something you want to see and I'll consider doing it. So we're going to head back to the bonfire at the township. We have maxed out our Estus, but we should also level up since we've got the souls to use. and maybe think about levelling up our Black Knight Sword. The Gravelord Sword and Black Knight Sword are both really good weapons, make no mistake. But given that the Black Knight Sword has a greater dexterity modifier, it might be a bit more powerful once fully upgraded than the Gravelord Sword with its bonuses. We need 4 Twinkling Titanite to do that, so we probably should. Gold Tracer needs Titanite shards, which we don't have. No real point to levelling up the shields. We've also got our armour as well. Again, not much point levelling that up. It's better if you put it on a weapon. So let's head into the bottomless box and find our Twinkling Titanite. And I think I was trying to figure out how to use the menus at this point to just hold 4 instead of all of it. I realise now that I didn't need to do that. I could probably have just upgraded the sword anyway. That's repair. There we go, reinforced weapon. Black Knight Sword, let's go. And I think I was just putting stuff away here. And as always with the items in this game, why is it not in alphabetical order? People who have played this game, is there a reason why it's not in alphabetical order? Is it in a different order? Or is it just random? Well, it's probably not random, but you know what I mean. Is it just split into weapons and shields? Surely it's a logical thing to put it in alphabetical order, but what do I know? Maybe there's some rhyme or reason to it. Let me know if you know in the comments, guys. Okay, and I suppose we should think about levelling up as well. Ah, yes, so the Gravelord Sword. That does 468 damage, which is pretty damn decent. But the Black Knight Sword does 474 damage. It's only 5 more damage, so I think for now at least we'll stick with the Gravelord Sword. It's a bit quicker, 5 damage isn't worth it. If we just look at the Black Knight Sword, you see it's just a bit slower. Not as slow as I thought though. And then we'll switch back to the Gravelord Sword when I actually do that. I don't know why I put the Harrying Dagger on me. And then this is me fumbling over the menus again. There we go. Nice. Alright, so yeah, we'll have a look now at levelling up. So we need 52,000, was it? What was I looking at here? Levelling up. Okay, so 52,000. I guess we could probably use the Brave Warrior souls, the normal ones, and then we still have those 18,000 souls from the other two to use as and when. So I guess we'll do that. And we need to get a few extra souls from an enemy down here. Just the one. Slice you up, sunshine, and we'll go and get that level. So we could go with dexterity, but quality playthrough dictates that we should probably go for strength, which is what I do. In a quality playthrough, guys, always try and keep your strength and dexterity even. We're going with quality of weapon rather than an actual specialised build, because I am a noob of Dark Souls. Let's have a chat with Mushroom Elizabeth then.
Thank goodness thou art safe. What is thy wish? I offer thee my all. Thou art from a time far, far ahead. There are many things I wish to ask, but I know that I must not. The perils of our time are overwhelming enough. May the flames guide thee.
Everything you do in the past affects the future in time travel. And Mushroom Elizabeth knows that. She is one knowledgeable mushroom. So, what did I actually want to show? Well, we're heading back to the Sanctuary Guardian's arena. And why is that? Well, that boss wasn't supposed to just warm you up for the DLC. It was also supposed to train you up for that. 2 of them. It's an optional boss, but you can bet your bottom dollar I'm gonna go for it. I mean, that would be silly if I didn't take on the optional bosses in this game, guys. So let's give these 2 manticores a go. So you wake them both up at the same time, and you have to fight both. Yeah, pinned up against the wall. This is not good. Yeah. Not the best start, but as is with anything in Dark Souls, when you face 2 enemies, even if they're the same, it's a hell of a lot harder facing 1 enemy. Sorry. It's a hell of a lot harder facing 2 enemies than 1. That's what I meant to say. If I was just facing 1 of them again, probably wouldn't have too many problems. Make sure we rest in Sanctuary this time. And we'll give this another go. We've learnt the speed of the fight, I suppose, if nothing else. So, I guess we could try some arrows, see if that does anything. Maybe we can get 1 of them over to us instead of both of them. No damage. So, let's try and get our dodging down a bit better. That whiff there. Shockwave. It's going to come down. No. Going to try to hit the lightning. Well, I'm doing a better job of dodging, but I'm not getting inside their attacks. Can hit there. Hitting up again. Got a bit of damage off there.